time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk. It's time to talk.
For tires and auto repair. Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Looking for the perfect ride? Jackie Jones CDJR has got you covered with a massive selection of cars and trucks that fit every need you can think of. Whether you're a busy parent needing extra space, an adventure seeker craving rugged performance, or someone who just loves that sleek style, there's something for everyone here. Trust me, the moment you step on the lot, you'll feel the excitement. Imagine cruising in a brand new truck with all the power you need for weekend adventures, or zipping around in a stylish sedan that turns heads everywhere you go. It's all about finding the vehicle that speaks to you, right? And here's the best part. The team at Jackie Jones CDJR is ready to help you every step of the way. So why wait? Dive into your dream vehicle today. Come and explore all the amazing options. Waiting for you, you won't regret it.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing here tonight? Well, we are here, that is right, here at Talladega Superspeedway. This is going to be a heck of a show. This is going to be a crazy show because we only have 2 races till the cutoff for the round of 8 to try to see who's going to be the round of 4 at the end. So we got about 5 minutes of practice left, and with Talladega, it's restrictor plates. You never know what will happen. We've been here at Talladega. We've seen 5 wide finish, and we may see that again tonight. You might see some crazy wrecks at the end. You never know. They say cautions breed caution, especially at the super speedways. We may see some new drivers we have not seen up in Victory Lane, but we also might see some of the playoff guys in the standings. Matt Dickerson, Roland Collette, Clinton Woodby, Russ Ivey. Right now they're in the top 4. They're at the moment fighting to keep those positions, but Jordan Stencil, Zach Keeley, Chaz Justice, and Dawson Tanner, right now they're trying to fight as hard as they can to get into that top 4, and we'll pull up our point standings just real quick. It might be a little, I try to hurry up and put it, but these are your point standings. You can see how close they are right now. Matt Dickerson, 3,058, Roland 3,049, we got 3,046 for Clinton, Russ Ivey at 3,036, but here's where the cutoff is. 3,033 compared to 3,036 from Russ Ivey to Jordan. You know, we got 3,029 points for Zach. Unfortunately, Chaz had to take a provisional, so he'll get the last place points here tonight. And Dawson Tanner, he's at 3,023. So with those playoff standings, how much points every driver is, that's where every point matters, every position matters here tonight. Unfortunately, we may hear from Chaz here later tonight. Unfortunately, with work schedules, he's not able to bring it to the racetrack, and hopefully that'll hurt him too bad going into this race, for the playoffs. But we'll keep an eye on that and what will happen with that. So let's go down on track and see what's going on with 3 minutes left of this race, or this practice session, I should say. Those are right now in the 38, currently as your leaderboard of 50.289. Matt Hayden, he's currently holding on to second. Rusty Modesty holding on to third. Your top three there, with draft being definitely in the factor where you want to be, where you're going to want to, how to get around people or make these moves. We'll see some three wide. Which line is going to be dominant here tonight? Well, we do see another driver out here, though. I love to see it. Jordan Stutzel in the Red Line Racing Network machine. Had to pick on him a little bit and see why some drivers are having some fun out there tonight. See him out here and having some fun. Good to see him out, in this Red Line machine. So let's see if we can talk a couple drivers, how they're doing right now, and what it takes to get themselves into victory lane here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to real quick Zach and see how he's doing. Hey, Zach, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, dude?
Alrighty, buddy. Right now, I see you coming down pit road and having some fun. Fifth in this practice session, and unfortunately, your teammate's not here tonight, being at a restrictor plate. What do you think, bud? Is it going to be a little bit challenging not having a teammate and have to try to find some other drivers to help you tonight?
Of course it is. I'm definitely sad that Chaz ain't going to be here tonight, but we're going to find some people to work with, hopefully, and just keep it clean, I guess. So, best you could hope for.
Heck yeah. Well, I just want to wish you luck. Hopefully everything goes in your favor here tonight. We see right now you're holding on to sixth in points, 3,029 points. You're almost, you're still pretty close. Every point's definitely going to matter, and let's see if you can get some bonus points tonight and get yourself trying to get locked in the top four.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. I'll see you on the other side tonight.
All right, bud. Good luck. Have fun. We'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, Zach there for the Goon Squad racing here tonight. All right, let's see. We got a little bit of fun action going on down on the track right now. Burnout sessions of the night here, given a little bit of 19 seconds left to practice. Let's see who's going to have the best burnout here. It looks like the 85, heck of a burnout here. Let's see, that is Jeffrey Simpson out there tonight, giving some tires burning. I saw, who else was it? Matt Hayden. He was getting some donuts, good donuts out here tonight. So, with some drivers having some fun, given, with what we're seeing out here tonight, I'm excited to know that being at a restrictor plate, it's one of those being in the right place at the right time. The pit strategies being definitely key, because if you don't hit those just right, that's where, if you go in with a pack and you mess up your pit strategy, you're going to be by yourself, and the draft is what you want to be in here tonight, and that's what's going to hurt. So we got about qualifying, about 4 minutes left of qualifying, and then we go into our race session of the night here tonight. Let's see who's going to be the first one off the pit road. Looks like Matt Hayden leaving. Let's go on board with him. See what times he can do. Let's go on the driver point of view here and watch him head around. One cool feature that a lot of people don't know is you can see he's staying on the apron. Once he gets to that blue cone, that blue line there, that's when he's allowed to get out on the track. And with that being said, you know, you don't want to get on the track before that. Otherwise, you will get a black flag out here. That's where mistakes can definitely happen. You can see Matt Hayden is going to take the high line all the way around here on his first lap to get all that speed as much as he can. Coming down into turn number 4 to bank it in all the way down to basically the basement. Here he is going to start his first lap here. 173 miles an hour by himself, not even in the draft. One thing about Talladega, that start-finish line, you know, we're used to it being in the middle of the front stretch. Not here. It's going to be closer into turn 1. So you got a little bit of an extra cushion from the front stretch to make those moves to the end. Biggest thing is when to start making the move, and how can you take advantage of that move to capitalize on the win. So with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here on board with Matt Hayden. Right now, 176 into the corner here. Right now, he's projected at a 54.730. That's his projected time here. Coming out of turn number 4, coming to the front stretch. Biggest thing is to get all these lap times perfect too. You don't want to try to make a mistake of fighting the wheel as much. That's where things can hurt. So right now, Zach up on the leaderboard. Matt Hayden holding on to second. We just watched him that full lap. Jimmy holding on to third. A couple other takers. Brock Tanner right now starting his lap time. Zach still holding on to 54.555. Matt Hayden a 54.570. Chad Fry, Matt Dickerson, Harold Rothery, Ron Walters, and Thomas Adams, and Roland Collette right now have not put some times in here. Jordan Stencil holding on to 5th now in the 83, a 54.585. Rusty Modesty at a 54.589. Russ Ivy holding on to 7th, a 54.589, but a new fast lap out here, Matt Dickerson, a 54.553. That is 0.002 of a difference from Matt to Zach. That is how much of a difference there is. Rolling right now. Let's go on board with him. Watching his lap time. Can he beat that 54.553? Right now, Matt, Zach, and Matt. So Matt Dickerson, Zach Healy, and Mac Hayden. Right now, 1, 2, and 3. Jimmy Fitzmaurice right now in for 4th, and Harold Rothery in 5th right now. Harold was a 54.579. Shane Weldon right now at a 54.648 for 12th. Chad Fry at 55.106. Rolling right now, it projected at a 54.7 at this moment. Here it is out of turn 4. Now it's projected at 54.65. On the apron, all the way down to the finish line. That time, Roland is going to put him into 13th, a 54.662. Ron Walters, a 54.615 for 10th place. Matt Dickerson still holding on to the leaderboard up top at the 54.553. He is your pole sitter with 20 seconds left of this session. Can Roland make it all the way back around in 13 seconds to complete his second lap? He is 0.108 behind your leader with 3 seconds. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it back in time. And that time projected at a 54.69. That he was actually a little slower on his second lap than his first. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, under our warm-up session of the night now. Let's see who's going to be the first one out there. Let's get some more interviews in. See how some of these drivers are doing. See what it takes to get themselves in a very well spot here tonight. And looks like we got some company going to be helping us in the booth here tonight. Chaz, how's it going, bud? Chaz, you there, brother? All right, while we're just going to keep talking.
Hey, you there?
There he is. Well,
Hey.
bud, you know,
Hey, how's it going?
unfortunately not able to make the race, but here maybe to hop up in the booth with us tonight. What do you think, bud? Talladega, what's your opinions?
It's obviously a fast track. There's all gas, no brake, and all the draft. So I think the mid-pack's going to be dangerous. I think your best bet is to get a good qualifying time or just hang back in the back and let all the chaos happen and then make your way up to the front towards the back or towards the end of the race.
I definitely agree with that, and you know, let's put a survey out there, and we're gonna throw it in the chat. Let the chat decide what they think. Let's see, what is everybody's opinion? How many cautions here tonight? Let's put a poll out there. What do you think, Chaz? What's your guess?
How many drivers we got tonight?
Oh, that is a brilliant question there.
I think that's going to determine a lot of it.
About 18, if I'm not mistaken. I could be one or two off.
All right, I'm going to say 4. Four cautions.
4 cautions
Yeah,
tonight.
I'll say 4.
All right. Well, anybody out there in the chat, let us know. What do you think? How many cautions we are going to see here tonight? I was looking back. I wasn't catching up in the chat. I had it pulled away for a minute. I see Peanuts out there. Let's go. Shane, good to see. Jeff out there rooting for Shane. Good to see quite a few of you out there rooting. I'm going to in the broadcast. Oh, that's Chaz. Sorry, Chaz. I didn't see it. Oh. Interview Shane. All right, let's see if we can talk to. See if Shane's out there in the Discord. See if we can chat with him. Sometimes some of these drivers are not out there, and we're not able to. And at this moment, we are able to.
They don't like the spotlight.
Right. Well, we got about 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can pull up Shane real quick. Holding on to 4th right now. Alright, let's get him up here, see how he's doing, what it's going to take to get him into victory lane. Unfortunately, I've got to buy a new mouse, Chaz. I can't scroll. Hey, Shane, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Brandon, what's up, buddy?
All right, not much, but I see a couple of people out there in the chat rooting you on out there and wanting me to pull you up here. I see Jeff out there. What do you think, bud? You got yourself, holding on to 4th right now during this warm-up session. It's Talladega. It's one of those, you never know what's going to happen. What do you think, bud? How do you get yourself into victory lane here tonight?
Just be aggressively patient. You can't lose the draft, and you got to stay in the draft, but you got to use your head and be there at the end. And take the runs when they come, and don't force anything, and let the cards lie where they land.
Sounds good. And let's see. The question I have would be, with being like it's kind of a safe. Some drivers have it where. You want to be in a good spot. Some people want to be like in the front. Some people want to be in the back or in the middle. What do you think, bud? Where do you think a safe spot is?
I've been wrecked from the front. I've been wrecked from the middle. Been wrecked from the back. So it's what I feel like. If it's calm up front, then I'll go up front and try to stay there. If not, I'll go to the back and try to be there at the end. And these cars here, if you just have 2. You can't bump draft the guy in front of you. You got to have the 3rd car pushing that beach ball air up against your bumper so you can get to the 1st car. So it's all going to be how everybody works together.
Heck yeah. Well, buddy, I just want to wish you luck here tonight. I hope you have some fun. Anybody you want to give a big shout out to that before we go green flag racing here tonight?
Peter and Stacy Slowick, they're one of the sponsors on my car, and they're great people. They're over at slowickstuff.com, Slowick Stuff on Facebook. And they're great people. Jeff Woods, that's in the chat tonight. Thank him for supporting me, and Royalty Racing. And hopefully my teammate Matt Dickerson has a good night.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck. Have some fun out there tonight, and let's see if we can talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Chaz. So. Well, we heard from Shane here tonight, and he's, got great ways to look at it. As a driver, you've been into it multiple times before we go through our starting grid. what do you think? What do you think is your safe, strategy? Do you like trying to just, hey, why not full throttle it, or do you just want to stay in the back and wait till the end?
I like to hang in the back and wait to the end, but I like to be on the bottom side. I feel like if you're on the top side, you're kind of at the mercy of whoever's on the bottom side if they make themselves clear or whatever. Because as soon as they mess up, and if you're on the top side, they can't stop the car from flying up into you. So my safest bet, or the place I like to be, is in the back and on the bottom side, on the inside.
I love it. Well, Chaz, let's go through our starting grid here tonight. Starting in row number 1 for tonight, we have Matt and Zach. In row number 2 for tonight, we have Matt and Jimmy. In row number 3, we have Harold and Jeffrey. In row number 4, we have Jordan and Rusty. In row number 5, we have Clinton and Ron. In row number 6, we have Russ and Shane. In row number 7, we have Roland and Chad. In row number 8, we have Thomas and Brock. And last but not least, row number 9, we have the Dozer. All right. Well, 17 drivers. That gives us actually the right amount there, Chaz, of how many drivers are here at Talladega.
Yeah, I'm just still think I'm going to stick with my guess of 4 cautions tonight. I think that everybody might start off kind of smooth and relaxed, and then maybe after the first pit stop, it's going to start picking up, and definitely the last 10, 12 laps, it'll start getting real dicey up in the front.
I agree. So pace car lights are off. We're going to go green flag for the first time here tonight. Check back out in the track. Let's go, Zach. Also, JS Designs out there. Jordan, hopefully this red line scheme gives the 83 a bit of luck tonight. Last time he was in that red line machine, he had the worst luck that he could have had that night. All right, well, here at Talladega, here's your track information at this 2.66 mile length of a track. Race distance 175 miles. It's 126 degrees on the track. 4 mile per hour southwest wind and a little bit of clouds in the sky, but not too shabby. That's what we're looking at, Chaz.
It's a perfect day for racing, and I would like to remind everybody that this is the second of 3 races before the cutoff, before our next playoff cutoff.
That is a fact, and its time is going quick. Pace car is in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag going to be out here in just a quick second because you got to love Talladega with a little bit of a longer front stretch to get to that start-finish line. And green flag out in the air here by Red Line Racing Network. Green flag. Beautiful start through the whole field, side by side, and here we are, Chaz. When do you think we're going to see 3 wide starting to form?
After the second lap. After the second lap, they'll start off dicey, and then might calm down after they kind of mess themselves a little bit and get back in line.
I agree. Let's see, and that's where who's going to be the first one to start that outside line forming here, with everybody being, double file through the field. We got 66 laps that these drivers are going to be doing, and the thing is, when will pit road start? When will everybody start coming down pit road if we stay green?
I'm not even sure how many laps this car can go, or what the fuel is set on for this track. Do you know?
To be honest, I am not totally sure on that one.
Either way, you can always keep your eye on Roland. Roland's always. I told you.
You did. And that was getting a little dicey back here already. And this is lap number 2. And that kind of got a little bit of drivers flabbergasted, especially back in the back.
That's kind of the only bad thing about being in the back is when the pickup comes, you're the last one to get it, and that could potentially get you out of the draft.
That is for sure. Right now, Zach, your teammate Chaz, up front, having the lead of his lifetime right now, keeping everybody behind him. Matt Hayden coming on the outside line. Matt Dickerson in third. Jordan Stencil in fourth. And Clinton Woodby running your top 5. But that's going to keep flipping around all night long because, you know, with being double file, you get that perfect run. You might get 2 cars cleared, but then again, coming back around, you never know.
Yeah, Zach's got to make sure he keeps you pretty close to that third place or whoever's behind him, because if he gets too far out front, they're going to reel him in like an old man catching a fish.
Good way to look at it. On board here with Jordan Stencil trying to give Matt Hayden, the number 5 Bass Pro Shops machine, a good push. You can see the I'm trying to see what's on the side of Zach's car there. Couldn't really read it from this angle. But Jordan giving a good push, trying to stay on that back bumper. And what I love about, you know, especially all you drivers, Chaz, is the respect, and you know when to push and when not to push. Because if you get in these corners and you touch that wrong corner, they go for a ride.
Oh yeah, especially when you got two drivers that are both in the playoffs. They like to share they like to give their respect due to one another, because they both have something to lose in this race.
That is for sure. Right now, see out there, any 3 wide, no 3 wide out there quite yet. So we had a little, looks like some crazy moments there for a quick second. 63 laps to go, lap 4 completed here. Still kind of all staying single file, or not single file, but double file, I should say. That's the way to look at it. But, you know, I know you mentioned, Chaz, about playoff standings. Matt Dickerson, 3,058 points. As your leader, Roland at 3,049 for second. Clinton Woodby holding on to third for 3,046. Russ Ivy's at 3,036. That's your top 4. So here's where the cutoff line is. Jordan Stencil for fifth. He's at 3,033, 3 points away from Russ Ivy. That's the fun part. Russ Ivy and Jordan Stencil are teammates. Going to try to battle for that position. Then you have, Chaz, your teammate, Zach. He's at 3,029 points. He's only 4 points away from Jordan. So, and then you got Chaz, which unfortunately you're going to have to take the provisional, the last place points. I'm not sure where that's going to put you, but right now you're at 3,027. You're only 2 points away from your teammate. And Dawson Tanner at 3,023. That is your round of 8, trying to get into the round of 4.
Hopefully after this provisional next week, I think next week we're at Watkins Glen. Hopefully I can get a good finish there and keep myself alive for the first 4, but we'll see what happens.
I think you will be, you know, and I think what will help you, if you can get yourself into victory lane next week. That I know we talked about this last week. Get yourself into victory lane. Get your teammate, because I believe your teammate, we were trying to get him to win tonight. Get yourself the win next week. That gets you both locked in, and you won't have to really worry.
That would be the dream come true kind of scenario, especially with me having to take a provisional this week. But I got all the hopes in the world, or not really hopes, but I've got all the faith that Zach can come through tonight and pull this off, because he is a really, really good Superspeedway driver. He's really good on the pushing end. He's good on the driving through on the turns and keeping the car straight and keeping it, pulling his line. But he also knows when to push when he needs to, as far as taking it through wide or whatever. But it's just unfortunate that I can't be there to help him tonight, but he's got it.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, trying to find somebody out there might be a little challenging, but this group, you know, these drivers all have the respect for each other, and he'll if you can get in that perfect spot, you might be good. But see out there, Ellis White, go number 5, rooting on for Matt Hayden. Peanuts out there, time to talk in chat. Who are y'all here in chat hoping wins tonight? Yeah, let us know in the chat. Look here, who do you think has got it? So here, lap 8 completed out of 66, 59 laps to go. Matt Hayden right now on lap number 7 had the fastest lap here so far at a 51.089.
Is Jordan still behind and pushing him?
Right now, actually, Jordan went down to the bottom line. Matt Hayden still up high, and right now behind him, who does he have? He's got, I believe, Rusty, if I'm not mistaken. Rusty helping out his teammate.
Rusty's got a fast car, and I would like to say the one person that is kind of starting to shine through a little bit is Harold Rothery, the leader right now, especially on the super speedways. He has kind of come out of his shell this season and just kind of exploded towards the front.
I agree with you. Harold definitely has. He's came out of the woodworks. You know, we always say like the silent but deadly. He's the ninja. You know, this season he's just been silent all season, and here he is coming out of nowhere, and he's showing these drivers, hey, guys, I am here to battle. I'm here to have fun, and right now he's going to show you, hey, I'm going to try to win this race. This is what it's looked like.
Especially since we got Jimmy behind him, giving him a nice little push to the only 2 green cars in the field, and they're right there back to back. So Jimmy's a really good driver too.
He definitely is, and I agree. Only 2 really green cars out there. Definitely can't mistake who is what out there. You know, they are the eyesights here tonight.
Mm-hmm. I think the field's going to calm down a little bit as I say that they go 3 wide at the turns. But I think after the 3 wide gets settled down, they'll start to get the 2 single file lines because they realize they can't keep up with the inside line unless they're stacked up. So I think that right now they're going to start calming down a little bit until we hit the time for pits. And then after that, then it's going to be on like Donkey Kong.
Definitely. And, you know, it's cool to see in the chat right now. I got Donna out there saying for Harold, he has a little intimidator in him, and that is a fact. That's, you know, I'm going to say that's a good nickname for him. He's the Intimidator.
He is the Intimidator. He got the number 1. He is the number 1 car on the track, literally the number 1 car on the track. So that's already trying to intimidate everybody else on the field. But the thing about it is that he's already backing it up with being in first place in the number 1 car.
That is for sure. Ooh, a little bit of 51 up in the air, and drivers are starting to go everywhere. Great save, great racing, and that could have been a bad one. Unfortunately, Russ Ivy definitely not wanted that one. Looks like he's got that meatball flag. A little bit too much damage on his car. Just like that, Chaz. Things can go from
just like
good
that.
and bad.
That's what you get for Talladega.
Well, the great news about this league, you get 1 fast repair. And I believe that's what Russ is going to do, is get that fast repair used and go from there because why not? It's Talladega.
Yep, from the 50 kids that rode that meatball flag, he kind of has to use it. And hopefully he can catch himself a caution and get back on the lead lap.
True that. And right now, your biggest mover of the night, 11 positions. That is going to be going to the number 9 in second place, Roland. He is right now rolling away here in second, helping his teammate up in first, trying to keep Jordan up front. They were able to get around the number 1 of Harold, but, you know, it's Talladega. That can happen within not even a turn. You can have switch in a roof 4 different times.
It can definitely happen, but if you have Jordan and Roland up in the front helping each other out, I mean, that's going to be a tough pair to beat. Roland is an incredible driver, and Jordan can keep a straight line through anything, it seems like.
That is for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we have completed lap 13 out of 66 here, we got 54 laps to go. We're going to do our first commercial break here. We'll be right back here after these.
Average Joe Sim Racing League, with 2 successful seasons under their belt, now announcing the Monday Funday Variety Pack Series. Every week, a new car, a new track, a new challenge, but only one champion. Featuring ARCA at Daytona, Legends at Concord, Rallycross at Charlotte, 87s at Auto Club, and the all-new FIA Cross Car. It's free to sign up, and you can put your name on this plaque. Look up Average Joe Sim Racing League on Facebook and sign up today.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote We will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
It's time to talk. 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 It's time to talk.
Looking for the perfect ride? Jackie Jones CDJR has got you covered with a massive selection of cars and trucks that fit every need you can think of. Whether you're a busy parent needing extra space, an adventure seeker craving rugged performance, or someone who just loves that sleek style, there's something for everyone here. Trust me, the moment you step on the lot, you'll feel the excitement. Imagine cruising in a brand new truck with all the power you need for weekend adventures, or zipping around in a stylish sedan that turns heads everywhere you go. It's all about finding the vehicle that speaks to you, right? And here's the best part. The team at Jackie Jones CDJR is ready to help you every step of the way. So why wait? Dive into your dream vehicle today. Come and explore all the amazing options. Waiting for you. You won't regret it.
Hit the wrong dang button there, Chaz, playing the starting grid there. All right, we're back at it, making life interesting up here in the booth. Looks like Thomas Adams is just coming down pit road to start his pit stop, 1 lap down. I know you mentioned under commercial break is Russ Ivey 1 lap down, and he is. Looks like we have 15 drivers now on the lead lap here.
Yeah, looks like they're all trying to play it safe right now, but they all are kind of spread out right now. So hopefully they can get it tightened back up and do a little 2-wide racing instead of just single line in the whole race.
Well, they know because I'm here broadcasting. They're like, well, you know, Chaz is back up in the booth here tonight. Why not just let them have a little chit-chat about something else besides racing? That's what they're probably thinking.
Well, how's about that weather up there?
I know, right? No, right. But you know, I noticed, like you mentioned, is Russ Ivey currently 1 lap. He's trying to stay on that one, well, not lead lap, 1 lap down. He's currently on the edge of becoming 2 laps down here. But you know, the bright side, Jordan is Russ is his teammate. They probably are communicating and saying, "Hey, you stay right there," because right now, his teammate is helping Jordan save fuel at this moment in time, also with him being in the draft.
He had to go in the pits, and he has probably twice as much fuel as everybody else out there on the track. So if they do get a caution, he'll be in a pretty good spot to get his lap back, and hopefully get back on the lead lap, but also be in pretty decent shape as far as fuel.
That is for sure. Right now we can see that Thomas Adams goes up on the high line, allow this big pack by. That's what we love, the respect here. That when drivers know that a lead pack is coming, your lap down, they'll just get out of the way, not cause any issues. And that's what we love. We've seen this multiple races in a row. You know, it's just either they stay in their lane, allow the leaders to try to get around, not mess up that line, or they'll get out of the way if it's safe and possible to do so. And that's what I love to see. I was looking back in the chat. The Dozer has the intimidating name. Yes, it does. Oh, Brian the Dozer machine.
Yeah, speaking of driver etiquette, this league, I've been a part of a couple of leagues, but this league is by far the most driver etiquette driven league that I've ever been in. There isn't really one driver that I can think of that is rude, obnoxious, or just a butt on the track to race with. Everybody is super nice, super helpful, especially off the track when you're asking for setups or tips on tracks or whatever. Most anybody you ask in this league will help you out to try and make you quicker, just to race against you in the next race.
I agree 100%. And looks like we did have a couple takers down pit road. Jordan, Zach, Chad, Jeffrey, and Brock all coming down pit road here on lap number 20. Looks like a couple takers have not come down. And that looks like a lot of misfit drivers have actually stayed out there. Harold, we got Jimmy, we got Clinton, Matt, Rusty, and Ron all not coming down pit road yet.
When you got a big team like that, you can have your own strategy. It all works out together, especially when you have more than 3 people in your team. You can all get together in that draft bubble and basically just make your own line full of your own teammates.
That is very true. And what's nice, you can see what we just witnessed. When everybody got below that yellow line, they all spread out. So they're not all single file and running into each other. They get each other some space, get out of the way so everybody can slow down, get in the pit road, and not make any mistakes. Because we've talked about this right before during practice. Mistakes down pit road can cost you and get you out of the draft, and it can hurt your race. If you can hit your points, make everything perfect, you can come out you go in with the group and you can come out with the group. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, especially if you come in pit road too fast or come out too fast and get that speed penalty. That can kill your race.
That is for sure. Now we see I believe the 44 coming down pit road. We also see the 88 come down pit road. That is Matt Dickerson and Shane all taking their pit stops now. So with them two coming in, Jordan Stencil should be taking back the lead. Right now they're 28 seconds and closing in with them coming down, rolling right there behind. But look at the gaps going on. We've got Jordan rolling for, we'll take 1 and 2 here in a second. But about 2.6 seconds back, you got Clinton Woodby and Jimmy. So spaces are starting to happen with these pit stops.
Yeah, and it looks kind of boring when you see how spaced out they are. But if you get one group of cars of 3 cars compared to this group of 2, it's going to be interesting to see how fast that group of 3 cars can catch all the other groups of 2 cars that we're seeing. But I would say that with the cars spread out like this, the likelihood for a caution is going down drastically.
It definitely is. But we're talking about Matt Dickerson now up to 3rd, but there is a big group actually that are kind of started forming up, and a couple of them got together because there for a minute, Jeffrey and Chad, they're kind of by themselves for a minute, but now we have quite a few, 2, 4, 6, 8, like 9 drivers, gonna be 10 drivers, now 11 drivers gonna start single file and get caught back up here. So that kind of helped a little bit.
Yeah, as soon as those drivers get lined up, and especially if they all can get in single file like that, they're going to blow the doors off these cars that are just have a 2-pack of cars. So it's going to be interesting to see how fast they can pass these cars, and if those cars have a chance to catch their draft, or if they're just too fast for them.
That is very, very true. And like right now, like you said, Roland and Jordan's not really staying on that back bumper of Roland a little bit. This big pack, they're going to come flying by like they are sitting ducks.
Yep, and Jordan and Roland, they can't really push each other too much because they got to watch their engine temps and their water temps so they don't blow an engine. Just kind of stay ahead of this pack.
That is very true. It's you're kind of in a bad point at that point.
Yeah, you're kind of like you said earlier, you're kind of a sitting duck until the pack catches you, and then we'll just see if the pack stays in the single line, which obviously they're not right now. We'll see. We'll see if they get formed back up and pass these guys, or if they just kind of split up and I guess accept them into their pack.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of nervous because that big single file pack, now we're double file coming up to Jordan and Mullen.
Yeah, this could be this could spell a disaster, but like we were talking about earlier with these guys and their race etiquette, they're smart. So they're smart and they're respectful. So they won't just come up to them and just train themselves. They'll be cautious with it.
I see the unknown being out there. My favorite driver is so nice. He's cooking me dinner tomorrow. Oh,
how sweet.
Well, the question is, what is he cooking?
Yeah, and who is your favorite driver?
Because I'm gonna
you got to give us a name.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say we might have to get on a plane, Chaz, and join, because if he's cooking some dinner, ooh, it might be good.
Yeah, exactly. But we got to find out who it is first. I mean, I can't just be eating anybody's food. I got to know who it is.
That's true. Oh, well, that pack, actually closed it in. They actually picked up Jordan and Roland. Now they're going to be a part of this. The outside line took the advantage to get around, and now we're having a switcheroo all over. And Clinton Woodby now is your leader.
Hey, Clinton's got a fast car as well.
He definitely does. Harold, the number one, holding on to second. Rusty in third. And look at this. Basically got almost all of the misfits up front. Clinton Woodby is first, Harold second, Rusty's third. Well, they're kind of switching around now, but Ron in fourth, Matt in fifth. It's the only person really missing. Where's Jimmy?
I'm telling you, these misfits are taking these guys to school to show them what real teamwork is about.
Definitely. I see out the Chaz, who's unspoken person making dinner.
Because now I'm curious. Now I gotta know.
I definitely do too, because now I'm really hungry thinking of this. And is it going to be like a 5-course meal? Is it going to be like a steak dinner, or is it going to be? Like what is the course meal that's going to be? That's where I'm curious.
It doesn't even have to be a 5-course meal as long as it has dessert. Because you got to have dessert. No matter what you're eating, you got to have dessert. Except maybe breakfast. Breakfast is kind of dessert, especially if it's cereal, Pop-Tarts.
That's true. Very true.
So much sugar.
Oh, I see Don out there. Let's go, Big Ron. Ron out here tonight, currently as your leader. Zach holding on to second, and my phone is getting blown up, and I apologize. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Ron, just like Harold, Ron is kind of coming out at the end of the season as being a really strong contender in the in super speedways. And honestly, the past 2 or 3 medium length tracks, he's been towards the front and been a good contender.
Very, very true. He has, and he's just. I've noticed he's very patient, and that's what I love about Ron's way he does. He's a very patient driver, and he stays focused, and he just waits.
And he doesn't get mad when bad stuff happens to him, but unfortunately, a lot of bad stuff seems to happen to him and Harold. And both of them, as soon as the bad things happen or whatever, and they come out of the pits or whatever, you never hear them mad. You never hear them cussing or fussing or nothing like that in the group chat. They're always apologizing for what they may or may not have done, and they're just super nice guys to race with. I wonder what Ron's doing now.
I have witnessed, Chaz, both of them. They'll take the blame for a wreck that they were not even a cause of. They were just involved in it. And that just shows you how these drivers have the respect.
Yeah, they're all super respectful as we seem to be getting separated again, but that won't last long, especially if you're in single file like they are right now.
Very, very true.
Got an answer on who's making dinner.
I don't know.
Let's see, we're on lap 30 of 66. we've already done our pit cycles. Where is Mr. Russ Ivy as far as gas or whatever pits? Can you see that or no?
So Russ Ivy now being 1 lap down. The first 1 lap down back in 16th. He came down pit road 18 laps ago. He didn't use his fast repair. It looks like he was only in his pit box for 9.1 seconds. So that fast repair kind of got him up. But he's kind of got a little pack. He's got the Dozer with him. He looks like he's got the, who is the 88 of Shane? He's with them, and I believe the 28 of Brock Tanner. So they got a little tiny pack back here in the back, kind of riding it out. But they are currently, I want to make sure I'm in the right corner here, coming out of turn number 2, where your leader is coming out of turn number 4. So that is the comparison from where they're at and where the big pack is.
I mean, honestly, with the pack of 4 cars like that, if they can just get lined up and get on each other and get those gaps down to a minimum, they'll be going just as fast, if not faster, than the main pack. Only because the main pack has more drivers to keep in the line. So if they can get their stuff straight, they could have a chance of at least catching maybe the main pack, or better yet, they have a better chance of not getting lapped.
Very true. We got a little dicey there, lap traffic. And double file there. Cars going 3 wide for the first time tonight. But that's getting around some lap traffic.
Somebody get in there and help my teammate. Don't leave them out like that. See, this is the kind of stuff that's going to allow that group of 4 cars to get caught back up rather quickly, as they're all just kind of spreading out and taking whatever chances they can get, which is not always a good thing.
Well, Rusty right now as your leader. Clinton holding on to second. Zach is kind of battling it out for third and fourth with Harold. Ron Walters in fifth, running your top 5. Jimmy holding on your 6th position. Matt Hayden in 7th. Roland in 8th. Jordan in 9th. And Jeffrey rounding your top 10. Looking back at the chat, though, he's doing a 24-hour race next week, and he's racing with the league on Sunday, so he's going to owe me more dinner than just tomorrow.
Oh, good Lord. I'm pretty sure I just figured out who this unknown person is talking about. They are talking about me.
I wasn't, you know what's funny? As I wasn't going to say anything because I knew who it was, but I was just, that's why I kind of got a chuckle out of it earlier.
You set me up for a failure. I see what kind of broadcasting teammate partner you are.
Well, how I know is because, oh man. How I know is because, you know, we always communicate every week. And I'm like...
Yeah, right.
And then what cracked me up the most is you joined into the chat, too.
You just sat back and let it happen. You didn't even say nothing.
Nope.
Good grief. But yeah, I'm doing a 24-hour at Daytona next Saturday, and then Sunday, you know, we have our Watkins Glen. I'm doing 2 main road courses in 2 different days.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it should be interesting.
Why do you think I mentioned about a 5-course meal if there's going to be steak dinner involved?
Tell you what, you are one sneaky little fart. You know that? You are sneaky. Now if I'm ever talking about dessert when I'm going to be the one making the dang dessert.
It's going to be Pop-Tarts.
I guess now I can make whatever the dessert I want.
Why do you think I made a comment? Why we need to get on the airplane and fly down there? Oh,
I will admit I am a pretty good cook. Okay, I'm pretty decent. I do say so myself.
Oh,
no,
has she
I'm
came
going
in
to need Zach to pick it up a little bit.
Has she texted you yet and said and is she laughing at you?
Let me see. No, because she's probably in on it with you, trying to keep me in the dark to see what I'll say and see what I'll do. Good grief, I tell you what.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, back in the chat, Connor Drake out there. What's your opinion on gloving? We need a discussion on it.
What is gloving? Is that gloving up while you're racing?
All right, Connor. Yes. Can you give us some examples? I'm kind of confused on that one. I'll be honest. And your ladies out there, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna repeat. Or actually, she says hi, baby. Just, you know, she's. Oh, she's cracking up out there, though. Oh, gotta have some fun in the booth at times.
That is true. That is very true.
Gotta go back to racing. Kind of got off track. We're still single file, ladies and gentlemen. Search it up. Oh, goodness.
So wait a minute. So according to the stat, it is like the gloves with lights and finger movement.
I
think it's like the rave thing, like how the like when they're dancing at night, like during raves and stuff. I don't think that's part of racing.
I was gonna say this does not sound like it's going to a good area.
No. Let's get back to the race where they're going single file still, hopefully, and obviously they've kind of caught back up with each other. They're all kind of back in one big decent sized pack here. So no more talking about living.
Well,
my God.
Oh, that's amazing. Right now, though, but we've got to give some big shout-outs here, though, tonight. That's going to be to quite a few of them. Our league sponsors here for the Twisted Chassis. Want to give them a big shout-out to letting us come on board here tonight also. But also to GOAT Racing Diecast being the season's sponsors. So if you want to get a new diecast of a car or anything, look up GOAT Racing Diecast. They can help you out there tonight, too. Also want to give a shout out to Jackie Jones. If you want to get yourself a new car, go down to Cleveland, Georgia. You can get yourself a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Why not drive a brand new one off the lot? Also want to give a shout out to W, one of our sponsors here. If you want to use or get yourself some energy drink powder, use code REDLINE. You can get yourself 10% off your order. So thank you to W. Also, we want to give a big shout out to is Delta Tire, being a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want some new tires, front end alignments, things like that, they can hook you up. Also to Sheath Underwear. If you want some new underwear, use code NOLIFT. You can get yourself 20% off your order. And last but not least, Barbecue Bee Sauce. If you want some delicious barbecue sauce, they have multiple different flavors. Look them up on Facebook or website, or you can order some on Amazon. They have multiple flavors for different types of meats. In my opinion, I think it's better than Sweet Baby Ray's, but that's just my opinion. So we want to give a big shout out to Barbecue Bee Sauce.
I think they're like the most manliest sponsors I've ever heard in my life. Because, you know, every man needs underwear and every man loves barbecue.
And got yourself energy.
And you got yourself energy. Right.
It's like a perfect combo.
It is a perfect combo.
It is. Oh, man. I was kind of looking back at the chat there. Chaz, you're supposed to be working.
Hey, I get paid by the hour, not by the commission.
Oh, lap 40 completed here. 27 laps to go. We got 40 out of 66, not too shabby. But don't forget to give us a like and follow here on our YouTube and Facebook side of things. Subscribe to our channel, we definitely appreciate it. Also share our videos out there, we definitely would love that. But with everything going on, great race. We're gonna we probably start seeing drivers here roughly, I would say 15 laps or so, start making some moves. But why not, Chaz? Let's do our, hopefully maybe our last commercial break of the night here. We'll be right back after these.
Looking for the perfect ride? Jackie Jones CDJR has got you covered with a massive selection of cars and trucks that fit every need you can think of. Whether you're a busy parent needing extra space, an adventure seeker craving rugged performance, or someone who just loves that sleek style, there's something for everyone here. Trust me, the moment you step on the lot, you'll feel the excitement. Imagine cruising in a brand new truck with all the power you need for weekend adventures, or zipping around in a stylish sedan that turns heads everywhere you go. It's all about finding the vehicle that speaks to you, right? And here's the best part. The team at Jackie Jones CDJR is ready to help you every step of the way. So why wait? Dive into your dream vehicle today. Come and explore all the amazing options. Waiting for you, you won't regret it.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come see my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Raise the quote. We will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
It's time to talk.
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 Alrighty, back at it right now. Matt Dickerson as your leader up front in that number 44, but he is currently by himself. Has not come down pit road quite yet. About 23 laps ago, everybody behind him has got the fresher tires, and that is going to be a straight line pack right now with Matt Hayden leading everybody. Clinton would be second, or going to be he's currently third, but will be second once Matt Dickerson goes in. You got Harold, Jordan, and I believe Roland in this little pack here. Then you go from Roland to Ron Walters. He's kind of only about 1.9 seconds back, but Ron Walters got a teammate from Rusty. And Matt Dickerson coming down pit road and gets a black flag.
Oh, no.
Speeding down pit road.
It's just like I said earlier, that will kill your pit stop, because now he's going to do his pit stop, go out of the pits, and then come right back in.
Yeah. And so looking back at the chat, Chaz needs new underwear. Well, once you ask Chaz, let him know what I told him during commercial break, and you might get a good laugh about it.
That is a private conversation, not for public usage.
Oh.
Well, the good thing about Matt Dickerson staying out that way, and I'm not sure if he has led any laps before, but now, he's led a lap, so he gets the extra bonus point in the playoffs.
He does.
So that's one good thing about him staying out there. But I'm not sure if that makes up for speeding in the pits and where it's going to put him when he finally gets to come back out second time.
Well, we're going to pull up that picture one more time for a quick, brief second. I know it's a little kind of stretch there, but this is your playoff standings, the round of 8, and you can see where the points are. Matt Dickerson, at least the right side, he's on the leaderboard of the top, so he's in a comfortable spot. But, those little mistakes like that could cost you, and that definitely don't want to do it in these playoffs.
No, especially with a very, very difficult road race coming up. I know that Matt Dickerson and Roland and Jordan especially are really good at their road courses in these cars. But any kind of opportunity that you can score some points as far as not making mistakes or whatever, you have got to capitalize if you expect to stay at the top 4 after the next race.
Very, very true. So right now, it looks like Russ Ivy kind of staying in front of Matt Hayden, trying not to get back 2 laps down here. Looks like Jimmy, also currently 14th place, trying to stay on the lead lap too. Let's see if Matt Hayden will actually help a teammate and not get around Jimmy here, and just try to help him out as much as possible to stay on the lead lap. We've got 20 laps to go. And Chaz, this is where, usually 20 laps, we see drivers start making moves, just trying to get to the front. But are we going to see that caution come out here? Is this going to be one of those races where back in the day, they'll throw that water bottle out on the track and say there's a debris on the racetrack?
I mean, it's in that way, and especially I was way off on my caution predicament or whatever, because we haven't had a single caution this entire race, and they've only got 18, 17 laps to go.
19,
so it's
19 to go, and you just jinxed it, bud. You just jinxed it.
Oh, have we had a yellow yet? Because my feed's 30 seconds yet, so I haven't jinxed it yet.
It's kind of like being a police officer, firefighter, and I'm totally gonna put,
Lord.
I'm gonna totally not want to say this, but it's like being in the first responders field and say, man, it's a quiet night. As soon as you say those words, oh man, it is a nightmare. And
It is not a good thing to say, because I was a cop. I was a cop for 6 months, and it got to it got to where if you were sitting in your patrol car, if anybody ever just thought or said the quiet word, if they just got the cue sound of quiet out of their mouth, it was that person would not live it down the rest of the night.
Oh yeah, I've said that during a fire call. We got one fire call. We came in, did our thing, and I said, yeah, it's been kind of quiet lately. Oh no, that whole week we probably did 20 calls.
But hey, at least you weren't bored.
Oh yeah, but when you've got a full-time job and you just do these for your volunteer work and have a little bit of just time to help the community out, and you have that happen, that's not fun.
No, that's not fun. These guys are going to get these guys on this racetrack are going to have to get caught back up with one another, because if not, we're not going to see a caution at all, and this big pack is going to have no competition except within themselves. And I think that a lot of those people in that main pack are teammates.
I agree. They are. Matt, Clinton, Harold, besides Jordan and Roland up front. You got 3 of them out of it. It's going to be quite interesting. I think this is the time. I feel like, Chaz, you're not racing here. I feel like why? It's because I feel like you're in this grandstand right now getting ready to climb the fence. That's what's going to happen. Then we're going to have to throw this yellow out.
I got to make it interesting, right? Because as far as I can see it right now, you got Jordan and Roland back here planning some kind of massive comeback from 5 or 6 cars back, and knowing them two, they're going to pull it off just perfectly. So
yeah,
that's what I'm waiting on.
It's what's so crazy though is out of this group right here though, any of them, it could be anybody's race win. And like, if we go to Texas or something like that, usually you could tell that 1 car or 2, maybe 3 cars are very dominant. Here, any of them can be dominant.
Yeah, it's anybody. And honestly, I want to see Jimmy pull one off, because I haven't seen Jimmy win in a while, and Jimmy's also a really good person. He might have a little bit of attitude if he gets into a wreck, or if you wreck him or whatever, but he follows it right behind with a joke or I'm sorry or whatever. But that's just his personality. He's a fun, lighthearted kind of guy that likes to talk. And speaking of, whenever Roland and Jordan's going to make the move, they just made it to pass Harold.
He did it, but only unfortunately spot right now for Jimmy. He's on the lead lap, which is great. But right now, he's at that borderline. He just got himself 1 lap down now with Jordan and Roland rolling away.
Yeah. Jordan and Roland, they're really, really good teammates. The whole team, I think it's, was it Checkers for Records maybe, I think is their team? Yep. So that whole team works really well together. But it's going to be tough if Roland and Jordan are in the top and in this race, because next race that's their bread and butter as far as road courses.
It's gonna be, yeah, it's, in road courses, that's what's fun. I love about it too. And honestly, you don't have to be good at road courses. I've learned, as long as you do not go off track, if you can stay on the track the whole night, you can finish in the top 5.
Yeah. You're exactly right. As long as you keep all 4 wheels on the track, obviously you have a better chance of finishing the race. But road track on these cars is really, really difficult because they don't like to brake, they don't like to turn, and when you get out there if you're right behind somebody, you lose all your downforce, so you lose all your turning. So these cars are like it's such a different animal racing from ovals to road courses, and somehow or another, these 4 or 5 drivers that we keep talking about find ways to either be in the front or win it. And it looks like they're coming down the pit with 14 to go.
They are, and Matt Hayden right now is going to take back the lead here, pushing his teammate Jimmy back on the lead lap. Now the question is they've been out there for 12 laps. Can they make it to the end and try to push it to the end? Because I honestly feel like Jordan and Jordan came down and Roland came down the pit a little earlier than normal. Usually they're around 20, 21, 22 laps.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. There for a while, they were out there by themselves, pushing, trying to keep up or trying to keep away from that big, strong pack that they had behind them. So they probably burned a lot more fuel than these other guys did. So maybe that's why they're coming in a little early. But even with that being the case, you are right. It seems like they are kind of coming in a little early. So I wonder what kind of strategy they got going on.
Maybe they're just trying to cut it in half and have the fresher tires to the end, because I believe, oh man, that's going to be close. It's going to be close they've been out there for 13 laps. They got 12 laps to go.
Yeah.
They definitely, I don't think they're going to make it to the end. They're, I think, a couple laps short. But I could be wrong. That's why I'm not a crew chief.
I know tires don't really play much of a role in Talladega because it's all fuel. Talladega is nothing but fuel and drafting, and keeping your car clean for the aero. If you can get those 3 checked off and do that throughout the entire race, you're in a pretty good spot. And I'm not really sure.
Well, here's a quick insight for you. Jordan and Roland, 5.5 and a 5.9 second stop in their box.
Well, they got nothing but a splash of fuel and they're gone. They didn't even get probably quarter of a tank.
They just
scooped and boogied
out of it.
Yep. So they're going to be in a pretty good spot, especially if these guys don't hurry up and pit if they need to. Which, like you said, I'm kind of thinking that they're going to have to eventually. But it's looking like if these guys don't go ahead and pit altogether, then they're going to have to contend with Jordan and Roland pushing each other with their teammates all the way to the finish, which is going to be hard to fight.
That is, I agree. It's going to be, I wonder, because we just did also have the Dozer, Shane and Jeffrey come down pit road just on lap 55. We got 10 laps to go. I feel like we're in
Dozer came down on lap 55?
Yep, on lap 55.
Well, surely if there's only 60 laps, he shouldn't have to stop again.
No, they'll definitely make it to the end now with them coming down pit road, and that's what's fun. Looking back at the Dozer, he was a 7.1 second stop, so they got a splash of fuel also. They'll make it to the end. But what I'm curious on is this big pack: Matt, Harold, Clinton, Ron, Rusty. What are they gonna do?
I'm not sure what they're doing, but I know the guys I know whoever's not in front, they're definitely saving fuel. So if they don't put Jimmy in the back, because right now I'm sure Jimmy's kind of running low on fuel because he's been in the front of that pack for a couple of laps now.
Well,
so if he's going to do any kind of fuel saving, he's going to have to swap places with somebody else.
It's a good strategy though. Why not? Hey, I'm in the last lap, or I mean, not in the last lap. I'm trying to stay on the lead lap here. But if I can help my teammates out, knowing that, hey, they can draft, and save the fuel, perfect.
Yeah, once again, we go back to driver to racing etiquette. They're sacrificing their race result in order to get their teammate a better position.
That is very, very true.
And I kind of wish that we could find a point system that would reward the teammate or like the full team, and maybe not just a specific driver, which that would have to be a whole separate point system. But I feel like that if we did that, then we will see a lot more of this type of racing, more selfless type of racing. Which, I mean, I guess it could be a good thing and a bad thing, but it does show how much of a good teammate Jimmy is.
Well, it definitely, you know, Jimmy's right now helping, and that's going to be Clinton Woodby holding on to third in points at that 3,046 points. Him doing this is keeping him up front and trying to hopefully maybe see if he can get a win. Why not if he can help the playoff standings? But I do, you know, you're talking about these points, about other drivers. I did see, and I forgot to mention this actually during the races. I totally didn't see it until the last minute. But it's the best of the rest for the points. And right now, Rusty Modesty is the leader for the best of the rest at 137 points. Ron Walters is at 120. Harold Rothery is at 113. Brian Toller at 110. Thomas Adams is at 88 points. That is the top 5 for the best of the rest.
Now you think Clinton Woodby is looking at third right now?
Who?
Clinton?
Yep, Clinton is holding on to third right now.
Well, I forgot that he's in the top playoff, so if somebody doesn't mind, just go ahead and take him out for me so I don't get booted the next race. Just kidding. Don't do that. Just kidding. I have good race etiquette. I'm not out here racing.
Jeez. Well, here's some fun insight here. Brock Tanner here on lap 56. Got the new fastest lap of the session here tonight with a 50.616.
Brock Tanner in the playoff? I feel like I've seen his name.
Your teammate right now, Zach, has just came down pit road on lap 60.
Oh. Now he did come in earlier than the rest of the pack on the last pit stop by like what one or two laps.
Yeah,
so
it was soon.
So what position is he in before he came down? Like 6th?
Something like that. Now he's currently in 11th, 1 lap down.
Yeah. Huh.
The world may never know.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how long this pack can go before they got to come in. Because if they really did go this entire length without having to come down pit road, then they did a great job with fuel saving. But we won't know. But we've got 5 laps to figure it out or to find out.
That is very true. And the Tide machine now coming down pit road. Now we still have out there on the track, Jimmy still currently right now on the lead lap, but he's right at that your leader right behind. And then we also have Harold holding on to second. Matt is in first. Clinton Woodby in third. Chad Fry in the 18 machine holding on to fourth. He's kind of back in another pack right now for fourth place. And that is going to be about 28 seconds back from Clinton Woodby.
Hopefully Clinton Woodby has enough fuel to get him to the finish.
At this rate, I'm not sure. It's going to be very close, but like we talked about, the beneficial spot right now, or the benefit, oh, there we go. Nope, never mind. Leaders are coming down pit road.
Well, they're not going to be leaders for long because Jordan and Rowan got fuel 5 or 6 laps back. They just got that splash, which is definitely going to hold them over for the end of the race.
Did they hit the perfect pit stop of here tonight? But also, though, Jordan and Roland has Chad Fry still in front of them. Clinton and Harold and Matt Hayden sitting in pit road. Chad Fry now coming down pit road. So, yeah, Jordan and Roland right now, they can get around turn 4 down the front stretch. I believe they're going to actually come together out of turn 1 with these guys because now they're just leaving pit road.
Yeah. hopefully they can just get up to speed fast enough or quick enough so we won't have an incident on the rejoin. But like I said, I'm not too worried about that because, like we keep saying all night tonight, the race etiquette of this group is just incredible, and they respect each other enough to not mess up each other's races.
And right now the pack, Matt Hayden, actually has gone back up to speed now down the backstretch, already hooked up with Jimmy and I believe Clinton. And that being the case, Roland and Jordan, currently about 10 seconds back from your leader, they tried. It was a great try, but right now, Matt Hayden, he's looking like he might have it if nothing happens.
That was the perfect pit stop, the perfect team pit stop right there, especially to come out all three together like that, knowing that they would have to use the draft. That was just perfect. That is the textbook definition on how a team should work together to get that team a win.
That is true, and Matt Hayden was in pit road 5.8 seconds. So that is what your comparison, where 5.5 seconds was Jordan. Jordan had the better pit stop by a second, but it come down. It was only Jordan and Roland, where, like I said, Matt had his team.
Yeah, exactly. It's like on this track, you have to have teamwork. You have to, and if you unfortunately for my teammate Zach, I'm not there to help him tonight. He's kind of out there on an island by himself. But yeah, this track is definitely team dependent. If these three guys can keep it in line, but it looks like they're not going to keep it in line.
No, they're not. It looks. At first, I was wondering if this was a. They thought it was the last lap type of deal there for a minute. I was like,
it looks like they are.
I was thinking, uh-oh. I hope they
now,
know
this would be hilarious. This would be hilarious if we wrecked each other out on the last lap after we talked about all night the race etiquette. Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious because they are pushing each other to the limit.
Well, right there, you know what just happened? Matt Hayden knew Clinton needed a win. Matt Hayden just got out of the way, allowed Clinton to get by, and here he is. Clinton is going to get locked in. And ladies,
that's great teammates right there. That is, you can't have something better than that. Congratulations, Clinton.
It definitely, of course, his teammate had to wreck him right at the end. Oh, man. But, yes, definitely give them a big shout-out. Definitely well-deserved. Definitely Matt Hayden right there. He could have taken the win just because he wanted to show these drivers, hey, I'm still in it, because he got himself a win again, was it last week or a week before? But he's like, teammate, get yourself locked into this, this playoffs, and that's what happened right there. And that's what I love about this league.
Good for him, and congratulations to him and his entire team for helping each other get that win. Next week's race is going to be interesting. I can't wait to race in it, but I do appreciate the opportunity for you to have me up in this booth tonight.
Definitely, Chaz. Well, I had a blast with you. Thank you for tuning in. Unfortunately, sorry you couldn't make it, bud. Dang work situation, but I'm glad to see you here and giving us some company, especially giving the chat some company and have a good time. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care now.
You too, buddy.
All right, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so Clinton would be going to be burning it out here. Matt Hayden holding on a second, and Harold bringing home third here tonight, 1, 2, and 3. They definitely well deserve it. Why not have a chance to talk with them here and see how they're feeling, because they definitely well deserve it here. Because, man, what a night and what a strategy call that they just did here. Helping each other out, burning it out. Why not? But ladies and gentlemen, I look at the wrong time, and Harold's going flying. We're going to have to back it up here. Let's see how he's doing, how he is feeling, giving us a good crack up here in the booth. Let's see what's Harold up to. Hey, Harold, this is Brandon in the booth. You got to got me, buddy.
Yeah, Brandon, got you, buddy.
Well, I hope you're okay after that. I'm like, it was perfect, perfect timing. I'm like, all right, let's go to Harold down to move the camera,
right?
And all of a sudden, you became an astronaut.
Yep, damn what are teammates for?
Right.
That was my teammate that took me out there. So
Perfect,
what it is.
perfect timing. Well, bud, what a night for you! Congratulations getting the P3 here. You know, it was fun to watch, and just how your team has made it work and get yourself all into a beautiful spot. 1, 2, and 3 podiums for Misfits. Can't beat that.
No, absolutely. That was a great race. We executed the pit stops awesome tonight. That last pit stop, I kind of put a little more fuel. I was hoping I put a little more fuel in it for a green white checkered and got behind, but we was already 10 seconds in front of everybody. So um, we're all right. Third place is great, man. After the drought I've been having, I'll take a third.
Heck yeah, you definitely can't complain about that whatsoever, and you're able to do it and get yourself in a beautiful spot. So I gotta give you the big kudos. We were talking about earlier in the we actually with the chat, but we're talking. It was Chaz and I. We were talking about you. You've been silent. Keeping to yourself all most of the season, and like I call you like silent but deadly. You've been silent, and you're kind of like the ninja, like bam out of nowhere, and here you are getting yourself in a beautiful spot.
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough, I just get on here and have a good time, and I'm learning. Been on here a while, but I'm trying to get speed. I'm an old man. I'm slow, but I'm catching on quick. I'm watching these youngsters out here. Chaz especially. Chaz is a good guy, so
Well, bud, who do you got
I
to
like
give a
racing
big
with him.
definitely? Well, bud, who do you got to give a big shout out to that made this thing possible here tonight?
Oh wow. Well, every misfit teammate. I mean, I got Ron, Jimmy, Rusty, Matt, Clinton. We did it tonight. My biggest fan, my wife, Linda. She watches every race, and I love you, babe. We didn't win, but we got third. My mom and dad, they watch every race. You do a great job broadcasting. And the newest member of my fan club, my little brother Dana, he's been watching every race. We're trying to get him put into this iRacing. He's getting hooked. He's ready to go. His daughter Jana Sue, his wife Jamie, they've been watching me. So the whole family, it's a family thing, the Rothery family. So but my wife, she's yelling and screaming, and she's my biggest fan. Sometimes the biggest critic too. She tells me what I'm doing wrong, but I tell her she can get in this seat and drive too. But it is what it is.
Well,
But and you do a great job, man. You do a great job. We look forward to you broadcasting this every week, and Jordan puts on a heck of a heck of a heck of a league. All our sponsors, Goat, Diecast. There's all kinds of sponsors. I can't think of them now, but they make this fun.
Heck yeah, and
It's
I want to
it's
let
a
you know.
blast.
I want to let you know, Harold. You got Dana out there rooting you on all night in the chat out there, and
Yep.
last comment was
Awesome.
"Good job, Harold."
Awesome.
So, but
Awesome.
Harold,
Awesome.
you're missing one person. That thing that was in the rocking chair.
Oh yeah, Wendell. Wait. I didn't put Wendell out. I got in here late. I've been working out in the garage today, so Wendell he'll make an appearance next week. I guarantee. I'll get in here next week. We'll get him in. We'll get him. Maybe you can interview Wendell next week. I don't know. I don't even know where we're at next week. I think we're at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, Watkins Glen Road Course.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I'll get him in here next week. But yep, Wendell will be in here.
All right.
Maybe that'll distract Matt and Clinton. Maybe they'll finish behind me that next week. So
well, that's
I appreciate it.
Distract him with him, and you'll be perfect.
Yes, that's right. Hey, have a good night, buddy. Thank you.
You too. You have a good night too. All right, Harold there. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Matt. Let's see how Matt is feeling here tonight, bringing home a P2. Hey, Matt, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
All right, bud. What a night. Look at you able to bring home a P2 here tonight. And of course, the camera angle I have, you're just giving some love to that machine. But, I got to give you the biggest kudos here tonight, especially for you and your team. Chaz and I were up in the booth tonight and we watched it happen. You're up in the lead, you're leading. And you knew Clinton needed to get that lock to get himself in the Final Four. And right there, you could tell you just got out of the way. You let that teammate go and let him have that win to get him locked in. Give a big shout out to you, Matt, able to do that.
Oh, Brandon, I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. You're telling me things that I didn't know. It's wild.
Well, honestly, that right there, you guys had the biggest gap. There was, and you guys did amazing on these pit strategies. It was crazy and it was cool to watch. You guys went into pit road, and now we're keeping an eye on Jordan and Roland, trying to close it in on you guys with you being in pit road. And they were just coming out of turn 4 while you guys were just getting onto the track, and we were like, man, how close is it gonna be? But you guys worked so good and had that perfect pit strategy, and you guys were able to keep the lead from that, and that's a big kudos as a team effort.
Yeah, we hats off to the whole group. We kind of were playing it out as it was going on. We knew it was so close, and I think like as far as being able to stop one more time on that previous stop, but I think we all kind of worked out the fact that it was going to be. We were saving so much in those first 2 stints, the numbers were skewed. So I think a lot of us kind of had the feeling that we might be able to stretch that last one. But we knew when we started racing, the pace was going to pick up and those laps in the tank were going to go down. So we kind of made a strategy call to pick up the pace. That way we could guarantee like Roland, Stencil, and some of those other guys couldn't make it. So we really started pushing. And then we were actually, they kind of flipped the strategy on us. We were actually going to pit earlier just as a kind of a blind call and go in. So that way we knew we had more cars. And if we kind of catch them off guard, we'd have the fuel to finish and we'd have better pace, and was actually surprised to see them kind of pull off suddenly with about, I don't know, 14 or 15 laps to go. So then we made the call to go hammer down and just go flat out, and we picked up 8, 9 seconds, something like that on them, which it definitely worked out because we had, unfortunately, Jimmy got that speeding penalty, and he just happened to come out and be right ahead. We were able to pick him up, and then he kind of towed us around the track. So it just like team effort. It was everybody. It was just unfortunate that we all kind of got split apart towards the end, because otherwise we would have been, probably 5 of us at the finish of that race. So hats off to everyone. Strategy worked, and Clinton beat me, man. He was just faster that last lap.
Well, bud, congratulations. I know you mentioned a couple, but is there anybody else you want to give a big shout out to?
Man, just the group, and then everybody in the league. Jordan, for putting this thing together on Sunday nights for us, is a hell of a lot of fun. These cars are fun. Racing's been great. Glad to be back here with everybody. Appreciate you for putting this on. We really do. Thank you. Not enough said for you coming out here and putting this out for friends and family. To pull it up on YouTube and watch us kind of mess around with these things on Sunday night. So just appreciate everybody out there.
Definitely. Well, Matt, congratulations on your P2 here tonight. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. All right, Matt there. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is your race winner here. Let's see. Clinton, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
All right, bud. Look at you getting yourself locked into the last 4. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I can just relax these next 1 or 2 races, but I don't know, I'm excited for next week though. It's Watkins Glen, so it should be fun regardless. But either way, a lot less stress you have to deal with once you know you're advanced. You can just kind of look forward to the last race of the season and go hit the test and tune.
Definitely a nice, now it's now a, not a nail biter until that last race. You got yourself advanced, can't complain whatsoever, and the teamwork for you guys' Misfits team is just absolutely amazing. Helping each other out with the fuel, helping each other at the, racing and how everything played out. Definitely, can't give enough shout out to especially Jimmy helping you guys, but also Matt knowing, hey, it's time, fight for that position. Let's go for it. Get your, this team in a perfect spot, and that's what you guys did. Congrats on that.
Yeah, that's a big shout out to Matt. He was on top of the strategy for most of the night, more than any of us, I believe. And it was close after that second stop. I believe it was pretty close. I think Harold was like a lap shy, so he might have been able to save it and make it. And then we decided to just start pushing the pace and making up time. So we all just kind of got even on fuel after that. But it ended up working out because the time we made up helped us, not really have to worry about fighting anybody off when we came out of pit road. It was just a clean in and out, and then we can just race it out between us after that.
Heck yeah. Well, what a night. Congratulations, bud. Well deserved. I know you mentioned a couple shout outs, but is there any other shout outs before we get this over with?
Yeah. Shout out to my girlfriend Megan and Blair Peterson, the Win and Bid diecast, and you guys for the broadcast, and everybody for putting on the league, and everybody that watches, and everybody that makes this thing go around.
Heck yeah. Well, Clint, have a great night. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, appreciate it. Have a good one, bud.
You too. All right, Clinton there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Thank you very much for tuning in here. Thank you for Chaz joining us in the booth, giving us some company. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a great one. We'll see you all next week. Stay safe and have a wonderful night, and we'll see everybody later on.